Hello everybody and welcome to Metroid Zero Mission. I am Adrian Cobalt Andrich and I'm here to take you through this 2004 remake of the 1986, oh man, a 1986 NES game Metroid. This game came out for the Game Boy Advance. I believe it came out right around the same time Metroid Prime 2 Echoes came out for the GameCube. So let's jump on it. I have to apologize for not making any videos lately. I've had a lot of schoolwork and just, life, work, and stuff. So I haven't had too much of an opportunity to make any videos lately, but I've been wanting to get back into this, and so far this is the only two-dimensional Metroid game that I have not played for you guys. So, as I said, this is a remake of the original Metroid, so the world map is somewhat similar. You'll see here the morph ball is in the same place as before, to the left of our starting position. With the remade interface and gameplay components, it kind of more resembles Metroid Fusion and, by extension, Super Metroid. And yeah, I found this game very enjoyable as a young child, or not super young, like 11 or so, or 12, I can't do math. But yeah, I played this game quite a bit when it came out. Unlike Metroid Fusion, it's still not super narrative focused. However, the Chozo statues in this game sometimes issue you directions as to where you need to go next, just as Adam the computer would do in Metroid Fusion. But in case this is the first Metroid series of mine that you're watching, I'll explain just kind of the interface and the backstory as well. But right now, so on the top left you can see the 99, and that's our health. We can gain more health through energy tanks, which add 100 new units, although in hard mode, we're playing normal mode right now, but in hard mode they only add 50 units, I believe. So really you can only end up getting half of the maximum health that's in normal mode. Alright, got our first little upgrade here, the long beam. Oh, second, I guess. I forgot about the morph ball already. The first weapon upgrade. How about that? Oh, and the Chozo statues also restore your health and ammunition, although we don't have any ammunition just yet. As we gain certain upgrades, they may appear on the top of the screen if it's like ammo based. But yeah, other than that, and then there's the map on the top right. It shows us a 3x3 grid of the room we're in, and then the rooms basically immediately surrounding us. Metroid, if you were unaware, is the story of a galactic space heroine named Samus Aran, who was raised by an alien race called the Chozo. The Chozo are, this statue that we're sitting in right now is of a Chozo warrior. And the cool thing about this game is that it kind of gives us a little bit of a better glimpse into what Chozo society was like. Metroid Prime probably did the best job of doing that, but as I have yet to find a way for me to record myself playing Metroid Prime. We haven't seen that, or you haven't seen it with me anyways. So yeah. But, whoops, I forgot we don't have the ability to grab onto ledges just yet. But, unlike in the original Metroid, there are save stations. So that's a plus. Anyways, Samus was raised by the Chozo and received certain biological enhancements that have given her heightened strength and agility. And also, she dons one of their powered armor suits, which grants her further technological capabilities. And so right here we have our first little mini-boss. I'm afraid I don't know his name. Basically all you have to do is shoot him in the eye, since it's a Nintendo game. It is possible to not defeat this guy the first time. If you don't, you can find him in another place in Brinstar, which is the region we're in. He gives you the charge beam, though, which lets you charge your projectile for a more powerful offensive attack. So Samus is a renowned intergalactic bounty hunter, although Space Warrior may be the more accurate descriptor, seeing as the games she's been in have more and more shifted away from the idea that she's like this kind of Boba Fett type mercenary, and more towards the fact that she's kind of a, you know, a symbol of justice and hope in the universe. So with the charge beam, we won't have to use quite as many missiles because charged shots are just about as powerful, if not slightly more so, than the missiles. There we go. And missile expansions will grant us an additional 5 missiles for each one we pick up. And then I already told you about energy tanks, and then there are 2 other kind of ammo-based weapons that we'll pick up throughout the course of the game. I should also mention, I think for this playthrough, I want to try to get 100% of the item pickups and stuff. So I'm going to kind of just be taking a leisurely pace through this game, so hopefully it'll last a bit longer than my other playthroughs. For those of you who have kind of watched my channel for a bit, and who might have seen my Pokemon Gold version playthrough, which kind of abruptly came to a halt, that's because, and I think I explained this in another one of my videos, but the save file for that game got deleted, tragically, and I spent actually quite a bit of time, I would say, trying to get back, well, not quite a bit, but some time trying to get back to where I was in that game, but it ended up just kind of being a little bit tedious, so I kind of took a break from it. So I don't know, I would love to continue that series if at all possible, but I mean, who knows? I'm not entirely sure. I might try to do other games while trying to restore that gold version. I did start doing a Pokemon Red version again, and that I actually do hope to continue in the near future. I may be doing that concurrently with this playthrough, but again, we'll see. Nothing's really set in stone. Oh, and with all my, I think most of my other Let's Play ASMR-ish type videos, each video usually ran at about 25 minutes, except for my first original Metroid playthrough, which was just kind of willy-nilly. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably stick with the 25-minute limit imposed upon myself. We just got the Morph Ball Bomb, which, oops, the Morph Ball's timing is different in every Metroid game, so forgive me if it takes me a little bit to get used to it again. But the Morph Ball can destroy certain blocks and also certain enemies, such as the ones we're right about to encounter here. These little scarab-like creatures. I think if 3 or more attach to you, they begin leeching your life away, which is not good. Not in the slightest. I'm also going to be saving often, so yay. But yeah, if this maybe is your first time with the Metroid series, which, I mean, in all likelihood it's not, but if it is, I recommend watching some of the other videos I've put up of the previous games in the series. Or, you know, someone else's videos, but you should watch mine because they're special. And also hopefully somewhat relaxing. That's up to you to determine, I guess. Alright, where to? Norfair. So yeah, we are on the planet Zebes, which Samus mentioned in the kind of intro mini monologue. And Zebes is separated into various subterranean regions, as well as in this one, two overland regions. We are currently in Brinstar, which is kind of the mostly rocky caves, and in some parts there are pools of acid, I think, is what it is. Not lava, but acid. And Norfair, which we're about to go into, is kind of a magmatic, I think that's the word. It's full of magma. Subterranean, but definitely very hot. In some places it will be too hot for Samus to even enter, as she currently is. But we'll eventually get an upgrade that will allow us to traverse superheated areas. Whoops. Not doing too hot right now with my coordination. Also, the controller I'm using is a little bit unlike Game Boy Advance, but we work with it. And there's the acid. Oh, and we got a little bug on us. Or two, maybe. I think. But, you know, one of the things I really appreciate about this remake is just the new level of detail given to Planet Zebes. You can see kind of the illustrated backgrounds showing us staircases and ancient kind of weathered pillars and everything, which is pretty neat, I would say. These bugs. Alright, we're going to take this little elevator here and see a little cutscene of our adversary, the Mother Brain, who appears to have her eye on us. So there was a manga kind of mini-series based on Metroid Zero Mission, and it kind of details the events preceding this game as well, so kind of Samus's childhood with the Chozo. And in that manga, it specifies that alright, so in Metroid Fusion, we were introduced to a parasitic, or not parasitic, a viral organism known as the X, which was native to the planet SR-388. And on SR-388, the Chozo had established a settlement, or a colony, and basically they got there and they started getting attacked by the X parasites. So the Chozo engineered an airborne parasitic species called Metroids, whose basic sole function was to hunt the X and protect the Chozo. It was quickly found out, however, that the Metroids were aggressive and deadly to the Chozo as well as to the X. So to amend the situation, Chozo scientists developed an artificial intelligence which ultimately became Mother Brain, corrupted and punitive. Mother Brain was originally designed to use telepathy to control Metroids, but now she uses her telepathy to will the space pirate legions to do her bidding, and as well as to use the Metroids against any who dare to oppose her. Mother Brain resides in Turian, which I can only assume was built by the space pirates according to Mother Brain's will, or it could have also been built by the Chozo, but I don't know if that's specified. It's been a while since I read the manga too, so I don't really know. But anyways, that's what the manga kind of entails. Then we got an unknown incompatible item right now. Analysis inconclusive. Item incompatible with currency. So we can't quite use it yet, this item, although there will come a point where we can, but right now it will allow us to destroy these glowing blocks so that we can progress further. We are in Criteria by now, or right now, by the way, which is the area where Samus made her planetfall. And in just a sec, we're actually going to visit her starship, which is quite unlike anything she has in any of the other games. It's a one-time deal, though, because as we'll see, there's a reason she gains a new ship later in the series. Oh, and down we go. Secret little passage right here leading to the power grip, which will allow us to cling to ledges. In Metroid Fusion we had that ability already, but in this one we actually have to gain it. And I think that's cool about this one is that Samus is like truly in her kind of minimal state, or her power suit is, but by the end of the game it's arguably probably the second most powerful incarnation of her power suit that we see. The most powerful probably being what she has in Metroid Prime 3 or Metroid Prime 2. Those are both probably arguably about, I don't know, equally as powerful, I would say anyways. I guess I won't go into much more detail than that in case I ever decide to play those games. So that's our ship. We can save in there, and we can also restore health and ammunition. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let us quickly return to Norfair and hopefully either find a save station or get the next item and then a save station. We'll see. Whichever comes first. Or whichever I think I have time for. Okay, so let's first go down here, where these little fire rats appear to be. They're not rats, they're insects, but I like to call them rats because they're like rats. They're annoying. So yeah, that's definitely some magma down there, bubbling and broiling, waiting for us to take a dip. But we won't, because we're smarter than that. We're smarter than lava. Well, already we have 40 missiles. It's not too bad, nothing to scoff at. Okay, we're running about 22.5 minutes right now, it looks like. Although, you know, I can't quite remember if I had to restart the emulation at all, so we might be able to run a little past 25 minutes. Not that anything terrible would happen if we did, but for the sake of consistency. Okay, so through here we're kind of in a grand hall, which has since been pooled with more magma. In the original Metroid, you couldn't destroy those little guys on the ground, like that little flat guy, like that, because you couldn't aim downwards at all. Keep forgetting we have the power grip. Sorry, I just like to fill up the map sometimes. Ah. Rippers. That's what those brown things are called, rippers. I remember that much. And those are fire rats, according to me. And that is a Chozo statue containing the ice beam, which is lovely, lovely for us. This beam can freeze enemies in place. You can safely stand on frozen enemies. Oh, guess we were already at full. Okay, so next save station we get to, I think I will call it quits for now. Let's see, oh, I think this is it right here. Okay, actually, let's do the save station after this one. Just to pad out the time a little bit, because I think I may have taken like a minute extra or so to set up. Oh no. Okay, we'll get some handy little directions from this guy. I think the main complaint people had about this game was that it kind of held your hand a bit, sort of in the same way Metroid Fusion did, whereas the original Metroid had no map and had no guidance, leaving you to kind of explore the planet of your own volition, I guess. But the thing is, you can't really avoid getting the directions in this one either, so even if you want to challenge yourself, it can be difficult. But fortunately they do have a hard mode, like I said. That didn't work. Which increases the difficulty of enemies and everything. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's just head down here. That room to our left, I believe, is a superheated area, so we won't go in there just yet. And then let's free this little guy and use him as a icy platform. Like that. And then the save station will be right at the end of this room. Oops. Oops. Ice Beam can take care of the purple fire rats in one blow. Also, I'm hoping with this series that there's not a lot of visual lag or anything, but my computer's not the best. It's the same one I've had since when I made the last videos, or all my previous videos. But anyways, that was our save station, and I am going to leave you right here and see you again next time. So stay tuned for more.